Because a result happens not only from my efforts alone, but there are a lot of things beyond my control. Mahabharatam and Bhagavatam, if you read it, it completely changes your mindset to become fit to live this world here. To live this world, it gives us a wonderful way to look at this world.
Radhe Radhe Ramanujanji, what is more powerful, destiny or effort?
Is destiny more powerful or efforts more powerful? What do you think the answer is? I already given you a hint. And you see, if it's only destiny or only effort, now it is a single. You can't explain what happens in the world with one of those, but you can understand an and there. Because a result happens not only from my efforts alone, but there are a lot of things beyond my control. So don't start kicking ourselves. When I think I put all my effort, why didn't I get the result? I put my effort, so I get the result. If you don't understand that properly, becomes what is called as an entitlement mindset. You see, there are things beyond effort also. But while I am aspiring for a result, don't worry about that unknown which is apart from your effort. Once a result has come, don't forget the fact that it's not your effort alone which gives the result. Who can explain this better than Mahabharata? You see, Mahabharatam and Bhagavatam, if you read it, it completely changes your mindset to become fit to live this world here. To live this world, it gives us a wonderful way to look at this world. And says, when you are equipping yourself for an effort, throw destiny away. Don't even think about it. Don't let it even corrupt your mind. Focus your efforts on, focus your mind, attention, etc. on the effort. So here, our Mahabharatams, you have to be with me. Otherwise, these are all higher concepts. So, but it can be understood by even a middle schooler. But that person has to be attentive. Here, our Yudhishthira is asking Bhishmacharya, saying, Pita Maha Mahaprajna Sarva Shastra Visharada Deve Purusha Karecha Kim Svit Sreshta Taram Bhavet. Mahabharatathila Pita Maha, grandsir, Mahaprajna, you are the most intelligent person, experienced person known to us right now. Sarva Shastra Vishara. You know all the Shastras also. So he is not only having experience, he has this wonderful learning of Shastras to put his experience into words which can be understood by others. Shastras are nothing but a communication in spiritual communication training. You see. He says, Deve Purushakare. Deve na destiny. Deve means, what do you call? Destiny, fate, providence, and all those names we have. Purushakare means exertion, putting efforts. And Yudhishthira is asking Bhishma Pitamaha, Chakim Svit Sreshtataram Bhavet. See how carefully he's asking. Is efforts more powerful or destiny more powerful? That's the question. So here he's saying, Yata abhijam vina kshetramuktam bhavati nishpalam tatha purushakarena vina daivam na siddhyati. You see, he's saying that destiny is like a seed. The seed has embedded in it what type of a plant will come from that seed. An apple seed already has a destiny of an apple tree in it. So here he is saying, our destiny is like a yatha bijam vina kshetramuktam bhavati nishpalam. When you have an apple seed, high quality apple seed, the seed is like destiny. But then if you don't till the land, if you don't take care of the land and sow the seed properly, even the best seed won't give you any result at all. So even if you have a great destiny or not, don't worry about it. Exertion is far superior to destiny. And then he gives another example. Yata agnihi pavano dhutaha Sukshmopi bhavet mahan tata karma samayuktam daivam sadhu vivardate. Like a spark with the right airflow becomes a raging fire. Your destiny is like a spark, but it needs the right airflow to make sure that it becomes a fire. So when you get the success, it is an interplay of these two things. But you don't focus on destiny when you have a goal or a purpose or an endeavor to actually fulfill. You focus on efforts. And then he gives the reverse. Suppose there is a lamp and the lamp is glowing very well because of the oil of destiny. Over time, if you don't feed it with efforts, slowly the lamp is becoming slow and slowly, it reduces in this intensity, it loses its fuel and then becomes totally switched off. So he's saying, put your focus on exertion alone, which is what generally we tell our children also. That is for things which we need to aspire for in future. If you look at the same Mahabharata and Bhagavatam, when it comes to dealing with an event which already happened, especially if it is adverse, immediately the word used by them is kalam is very powerful. Daivam is very powerful. So who can ever win over Daivam? Don't lose heart. Don't lose hope. But what is this Daivam? What is this fate? There is a Tamil work called Tirukkural, very spiritual work. In that Tiruvalluvar says, Deivattanagatheninum muyarchitan meivarutha kooli tharum. Even if Deivam says, or if the Deivam's direction is you will not get the fruit, with your efforts we can even win over Deivam. So don't give up efforts. So here Deivam does not mean Bhagavan. Deivam means my destiny or my fate. And what is that fate? Is the fate somebody or something which is apart from me, or is it something related to me? That's the beauty of Sanatana Dharma. This Daivam is nothing but my past. You see, I am responsible for both. I am responsible for Daivam. I am responsible for my efforts now. My Daivam is the accumulated past experience and consequence of my past choices and action. That's what I call fate now. Fate is not somebody sitting in the clouds. And I don't know what I did in my earlier lives, etc. The sum total of all my karma to that point is called Deivam. That's why our Adi Shankara Bhagavad-pada, in the question-answer style of a wonderful book called Prashnottara Ratna Malika, the question is Deivam Kim? What is Deivam? Or what is destiny, fate? Your punyam. It's your punyam, it's your past. So if you see our life, then see how much our Sanatana Dharma is making us responsible for our life. It is telling us what is fated or destined for you is not randomly destined. It is because of your sum total of your past actions and the consequence of past karma. That burden you have to carry right now. But guess what? Right now, when you have a goal, focus on your efforts, and the efforts can even win over the Daivam if the efforts are sharp enough. And if we don't put that exertion or efforts, even if your Daivam is, or if your destiny or providence is well conducive to you, you will waste it by not reaping the fruits. So Daivam is also me. Effort is also me. Daivam is the efforts I had taken in the past. And the decisions I have taken, the consequences I have to face now. That is how much responsibility Sanatana Dharma gives to us to run our own life. What is the result or what is the fruit of my efforts now? People may say it's not a very fair world, etc. Personally, for me, I should always be convinced it's a fair world. I need to put all my efforts in the direction towards my goal, and also be mindful of the fact that efforts alone never gives us the fruit. It is the effort plus something else. Let us call it destiny. And in Sanskritam, the word for that is adrishtam. Efforts are known to me. Drishtam means that which is seen, that which is understood. Adrishtam means that which is unseen. Adrishtam does not mean luck. Adrishtam does not mean fortune. Look at the word itself. Adrishtam means I don't know. I don't see, I don't understand. It is beyond my capability to see or understand is what is called adrishtam. In fact, in our Vedas, adrishtam means karma. Adrishtam nale karma. Purva Mimamsa Kalp. So that is the beauty of acceptance of the past is done with the sum total of my effort and destiny and say, yeah, that's my destiny, but right now let me focus on my efforts. This is what I want to attain. That is how our Shastras deal with this very simple concept of destiny or effort, destiny and effort. You see, we need both. There is something which I need to put the best of my intellect in a positive direction. Best of my contacts, best of my influence, best of my knowledge. Adu oru pakkam. Apart from that, there is something which I don't know. That's also I have to deal with it. Na? Bhagavatam says there is an easy way to deal with adrishtam. After you use the best of your intellect, after you have used best of your counsel, people to give you advice, everything you are explored, na? Still there is something adrishtam. How do I actually take care of that burden of the adrishtam? Bhagavatam says, go pray. You see, you tell Bhagavan to the best, I'm not going to be lazy. I will put all my efforts, but there are things which I can't control. Na? So I pray to you to make sure things which I can't control, try to make it as favorable possible for me. So adrishtata, prayer, and drishtam by industrious labor and efforts. Now, when you practice this, your mind will be always clear, and hence our efforts will be of better quality. If the mind is worried or anxious, some of the researchers say we lose about 30% of our creativity. So we are fighting with one hand tied, you see. And so when you are clear, for drishtam, I'm going to give my all. For adrishtam, let me go and pray to divinity. Now I have taken care. I have done both. So now whatever happens, happens. And if it happens my way, fantastic. If it doesn't happen my way, I start again. That's what life is. Life is not a touch and that's it. Touch and go. Na? It's a constant. Every target is moving. Na? Then you understand the philosophy of life, because truth is the truth. You have to maneuver around the truth. Bhagavan Rukkan Satyam. Bhagavan is compassionate, Satyam. Bhagavan listens to our prayers, Satyam. With all that, whatever happens to our life, you have to maneuver. Na? You have to find our own philosophy. If we want, you get a little help from all these Mahatmas to find a philosophy so that we can go forward and not get paralyzed or stuck somewhere. So this is the beauty of Sanatana Dharma and
I learned that success is an interplay of effort and destiny. But when we are marching towards a goal or purpose, we need to focus only on effort instead of destiny. I also learned destiny is nothing but the result of our accumulated past, karma. So we are responsible for our own destiny. Our past plus the present is the future. Destiny is like a seed that has embedded in it what kind of plant can emerge from the seed. But if we don't plant it properly, water, and take care of it, even the best seeds will fail to grow. So effort is more important for us to focus on. At the same time, how do we take care of the unknown destiny aspect? Srimad Bhagavatam shows us that through prayers we can take care of things that are beyond our control, because this can be made favorable by God's blessings.